Let's do the fucking tier list, but no Genshin today. I'll do Genshin tomorrow though. Maybe, I don't know. Only top lane. What is the most recent champion? Milio. Let's quickly do this, boys. I mean, quickly. This probably will be a YouTube video. Okay, let's go. Do we do small explanation, like speedrun this? Mid explanation or a long explanation for each champion? I have time. I can sit here for 3 hours. Mid. Okay. But thank you for reminding me. Let's check the Akshan Usain Bolt tech. Okay, so it would be like Nimbus and Celerity. Ignite, because obviously you will never go Ghost. You will never go Ghost. Okay, let's try Ghost. Let's try Ghost. And let's do a realistic build. Let's say we are level 16, so late game. Then we fully stack runes. Okay, give me gold. What would be the build? This. And then a pot. Okay. Let's stack footwork. I mean, how much movement speed is that? Wait, let's go again. Imagine trying to kite with this. Yeah, good luck catching. Okay, wait, let's try again. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, this is fast. Nah, this would, but like sure, okay, Jhin is faster, but you're stuck with Jhin. But this is like a normal build you could do and it would work even in Challenger. Let's do mid explanations. Okay, Aatrox I would say is B. The thing is they removed Omnivamp from Eclipse, so now you're cucked. The direct nerf to healing and heal cut got buffed. I mean you're still Aatrox, so if you like, you can punish people, but it's like, you're so squishy now without the healing and it's so easy to like itemize counter. It's like, not really optimal to pick this champ. Okay, so basically you're Omega Squishy, and then look meta picks. Every Juggernaut Bruiser on you, like with 0 effort, and then tanks you can never kill, and they outscale you. So it's like you're stuck with this like garbage champion. It's like, honestly I would even put him C. For solo queue for sure, but Akshan is like A tier, but it's A for Akshan. It's like he was S before, but it's just like his matchups, like Akshan matchups are so horrible right now. Like he sucks into pretty much every single meta top laner. He sucks into tanks. The only matchup that is like Omega meta and he's good into is like Kennen. Olaf just runs him down. It's like Malphite is meta. Akshan is like, I'm tempted to even put him down B, because not only top lane meta sucks for him, but also jungle and mid meta, and also ADC. Like Akshan cannot deal with Xayah Jinx, no matter how good you are. Jinx outranges you, and Xayah just goes invulnerable. Like it genuinely feels so bad to play Akshan. But if the stars align and you're not facing one of the Adolf champions in the top lane that I'm gonna rank later, Akshan is like fine. Akali you're trolling if you're picking her top. Even if you're desperate for AP, there are way better champions. It's just a shit. Like she's bad in mid, just don't. You're trolling if you pick her top. Annie top is S tier. Annie is just such a disgusting champion. There's not much explaining on Annie. She just stat checks. Like, not as a blind pick, but into tanks she just goes first strike and farms them. And into squishies she just goes Electro with Ignite. Level 6, you just blow your combo on someone, now they are 20%, 30% HP, you can dive them with QW. It's such a disturbing champion, I have no clue why more people are not playing her top lane. I think playing Akshan top into Annie, I played Akshan, Yone and Camille into Annie top, and I've had genuinely the worst time of my life into her. And I can imagine there aren't many, like, unless your name is Olaf, you're not surviving this lane. I'm not ranking Aphelios top. No. Camille is really mid. Camille loses pretty much every matchup from the meta, and if Camille is even or behind, she feels horrible to play. It's really hard to farm with her as well, and Ravenous Hydra is a more expensive item. Not only Ravenous Hydra has really bad build path, like, Camille is a champion that scales really bad with components. Divine Thunder, you get the Divine, like Warhammer, like you spike kinda on Shin, then Warhammer is like whatever, Kindle Gem is whatever. Then you spike on Divine, and then what? You're forced to build Tiamat, which is a shit item, doesn't help you in a 1v1. Warhammer is also like doesn't give much to Camille, and Vamp Scepter is a joke nowadays as a component. So it's like you gotta build those shit fucking expensive items when enemy tank who builds like items that cost no gold will not only beat you in a 1v1 but will also outscale you in a 5v5. I know Camille feels horrible. I swear she's like I'm tempted. I would put her B, but people would call me a biased 2-trick, so I'll just keep her A because still like you can go TP, Ignite, Grasp, Thunder, and can like yeah you can like scale. I guess I mean scale stat check. Cassio top is S right now. She demolishes melee champions and she has good matchups into a lot of people. It's just like Roa is so overtuned. The second they nerf it, she goes to your trolling. But while Roa is good, she is yeah decent. Cho'Gath S tier as well. He can go full AP with Hell of Blades and bomb any squishy with one spell with Everfrost, or he can just go full tank and be unkillable frontline. So yeah, Cho'Gath is really good. And it's like so unpunishable, it's so unpunishable. It's a tank, so he can itemize cheap items, and his passive is like so gross. Like it gives him like 40 HP per minion kill. So yeah. Darius is still S tier, I mean not much explanation, especially in lower elos. Darius still demolishes any melee champion with free pen. Still demolishes any melee champion has insane scaling. The only thing is if Darius doesn't get accelerated, he kinda feels bad to play. But you know, every champion feels good when accelerated, so it's like not really a saying. Mundo is C tier. I'm tempted to put him your trolling tier, but he's a tank, so he can't be your trolling. What does Mundo offer that any tank doesn't? He used to be like funny, hard steel titanic, unkillable, deal a lot of damage, but now that got nerfed. What does Mundo offer? Nothing, he doesn't offer damage. No CC either. And his lane is pretty bad. It's a shit champion, don't play it. Fiora is A tier. She would be lower, but people just go Grasp Divine for like funny lane. But Fiora after nerfs, actually she's B tier, I don't care what you say. Fiora is a really bad champ right now. The whole meta is bad for her. Like Fiora nowadays can't even kill tanks because how hard they gutted her passive. I don't know, Fiora is horrible. And she has ton of bad matchups. I mean if Fiora is B, Camille is B as well. Like those two champions are horrible. The anti-tank females of top lane got so like one got killed directly and one indirectly. They are so bad. They deal no damage and they can't farm. And they build expensive items. The games are so fast that the games end before Fiora can get free items, and free item Camille is not scary if she doesn't go Trinity. Divine Camille is like really bad late game, unironically. GP is B, C. You guys can't play GP. And he got gutted, don't play him. He was fine before the nerfs. GP was not even good before nerfs, but people in Silver just can't play against him and can't draft against him, so they struggled against him. Like, GP, even before passive and all of the nerfs, he was not good. But people just couldn't draft against him. Garen is A, but if we say next patch, he's S. But right now he's A. You literally cannot die on Garen unless you want to. And then it's a champion that you just sit on side lane and be annoying with phase rush Ghost. Like you can never catch him because he just stacks movement speed. And his lethal ranges are really high, and he's really tanky. So his W gives him literally value of 2 conditioning procs for free. Garen is really good, but he's really boring, so not many people play him. But there are a lot of Garen OTPs in high elo, so you can trust me. I have experience with this champ. Gnar is bad. I'm willing to put him C, but it's really hard. He has decent matchups into some lanes right now, but not really that good. Not much explanation. It's just like he's way too squishy in mini form. Gragas is first Z tier. I mean, do I need to say much? Okay, let's go on a Gragas run. Let's go on a fucking Gragas run. I don't care. He has a slow, disengage, CC, can insecure, can go tank, can go AP, can go Emax with phase rush He can go Emax with phase rush, so good luck ever touching him as a melee champion. He can go fucking Comet against ranged champions and max Q with insane sustain, so ranged champions cannot abuse him. Against tanks, he can go first strike and farm them and outscale the living fuck out of them. He can go Everfrost for setup. He can go Roa to be an immortal. Like, it's just such a joke of a champion. Did I mention he can be flexed into 4 roles and be OP in all of them? It's such a joke of a fucking character. The fact that Riot is not touching it next patch just shows how out of touch they are with their game. I've been suffering at the wrath of this champion ever since season started, and I'm just so fed up with this shit, and for some reason, he's not getting touched. This champion is a complete joke, nobody likes facing it. Please just fucking kill him. Like, he has 5 different builds, he's disgusting in all 5 of them. He has 4 roles, he's OP in all of them. Such a joke. Name a champion that isn't Olaf that can play into it. Even Olaf can play into it. He just goes phase rush and runs away. Such a fucking joke of a character. He can weak side, he can strong side. He outscales every fucking melee champion in the game. Such a joke. Such a joke of a character. So unbalanced and so gross. Gwen is A tier. I used to think Gwen is bad, but with Nashor 2 Rush, she's actually pretty good. And you can go, like, if you feel in lower elos, you can probably go Nashor to Gwen with First Strike, and she might be S tier. Like, she's so OP with First Strike and Nashor Tooth, like, it accelerates you so hard without needing 2 kills, and Nashor Tooth allows you to farm way faster. Riftmaker is a bite. Go Nashor every game. But don't draft, like, only draft Gwen if they draft something like Cho'Gath or like Darius, and then you can draft her. She's good into Irelia as well. But just care. Just care. You can also go Protobelt if you don't feel like going Shitmaker. Illaoi is, I mean, she's shit into everyone above A. It's like cheese pick. It's like cheesy. Like, you just maxi and pray. It's just way too hard to make her work outside, like, lane. It's like, she kind of functions like Akshan. I mean, I guess I can put her A because she counters like Sion. So that's fine. Roa is troll on Gwen. Why the fuck would you go Roa, bro? Irelia is S. I mean, this champion is so fucking disgusting. 1 item spike. She has really safe lane. She spikes on 1 item really hard. And on 2 or 3 2 plus items, she's tankier than most tanks. So, I don't know, I feel like the champion is gross. I have no clue why more people are not playing her. Obviously the Borka Irelia, not the terrorist AP boss one, but that's for granted, obviously. AP Irelia is fucking troll tier, bro. But AD1 is really OP. It's not even hard anyway. It's not even hard, like, in matchups where Irelia is like skill or like skill or favored, she kinda just fucking presses Q and demolishes it anyway. So, yeah. I won't say anything about Yasulla because I never faced him. But I assume he's Z tier because every top laner I face has Jax most played. I won't rate him Z. Actually, I can't rate Jax Z tier in Gragas Sion Olaf meta. I just can't. And I am Omega biased, and I still can't rate him Z. Jayce is really good. He's a flex pick and he's strong in both lanes. He can be blinded. He can weak side, he can strong side, he scales of cheap items. Really good champ. I don't mind him being meta either. I think it's fine. I think it's one of, I could I mean, you guys can't play Jayce. So I won't put him with Z, but he's really good. I mean, HEIM is decent if you're desperate for AP top XD and you don't play Rumble. I won't rate Karma top. Who fucking plays Kayle, bro? Kayle is such a joke of a champion. She isn't a champion till level 11. Not only, all the top lane S and Z matchups, like, bro, all of those champions shit on her early and unironically beat her even level 16. But to add insult to injury, the meta is so fucking horrible for Kayle. Jinx Xayah in the meta. How the fuck can Kayle function in this meta? And Syndra being meta on mid and Victor, yeah bro, fuck off. And Riot is refusing to buff this horrible champion. If at least Kayle could not go Riftmaker, but any other mythic, she would be okay. But she has to go Riftmaker. Kayn top is B. I might put him A. I mean, fucking Shadow Assassin Kayn is so gross. I wanna put him S tier, I swear this champ is gross. The thing with fucking Kayn is that if you play him top, I fucking beg you, do not draft him into red Kayn. Only draft him if they have like 3 squishy champions and you can go blue Kayn. Blue Kayn is A. Blue Kayn is Z, actually. Blue Kayn is Z. But red Kayn and normal Kayn are so horrible. Just, the lane is so hard. But, bro, this is not like Challenger Elo. This is just, in general, I would say this is like silver to like master tier. I mean, it's a wide range, okay, not silver to master tier. This is like high gold to like D1 tier list, okay? Yeah, this is like how I range it. So it's like, on the Kayn, it's kinda like, you play like an inting Scion, but you can't die on him much. You can be a little silly from time to time. I mean, if you can get like a lot of orbs, some first strike gold and a wave and a shove out of a death, I mean, it's okay. You can be silly a bit, but not too much, not too much. If you're 1 level down, you're winning. If you're 2 levels down, you're even. If you're 3 levels down, you FF. That's how I would rate it. But it's just like so easy like to catch up with Kayn top. Like once you get form, it takes one fucking small mistake from enemy team and you're instantly back. And then how you play Kayn is you don't play assassin. You just sit inside a wall and you spam W with first strike and mana immune. And that's all you do. And it's OP. And it's gross. Kennen is Z tier, fucking rat champion, disgusting. Laning phase OP, outscales most of the champions. Not only outscales them in a 1v1, he's also gross in a 5v5. He doesn't have generally a single bad matchup. There isn't a single bad matchup. Like, he can lane into Gragas. And that's something. This champion can survive Gragas lane. And that's a fucking accomplishment, bro. To survive a Gragas lane? Jesus, I'm impressed. And he builds cheap items. He doesn't have to build like Ravenous Hydra or like whatever. He can go like Proto Belt into Zonia, which are cheap items compared to other. And he can go first strike. I mean, most people know Kennen is overtuned. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, Sante. I mean, he's a mid laner nowadays. Not A tier. Not A tier. Everyone shits on him from the higher rank. Yeah. The nerfs kinda killed him for top. He's like mid-cheese pick nowadays. He's way worse after the nerfs on top. And that's okay, fuck that champion. Fucking I will not yield. I am not ranking Lillia top. Okay, fine, I will. Because whenever I do those tier lists, people cry in the YouTube comments that Lillia top is not ranked. But no, but I haven't faced Lillia top in genuinely 3 years. So I don't know where you got those Lillia tops. Kled. Kled used to be your trolling, but now he's like solid B. He has some decent matchups. He's decent into Scion, but that's all about I can say. I mean, it's like, it's still Kled. I'm not ranking Kled B in Xayah meta, I don't care. I'm not ranking Kled in Xayah meta in above. Nah, he has to be shit. Like, they draft Xayah, you're fucked. Okay. Lol, Adolf. I CBA talking about it. I CBA. I just done it with Gragas. I CBA, bro. I'm not talking about Malphite. Mordekaiser is Malphite counter pick. Exclusively, so that's why he's B. Nasus is also like, not much to say. He just can't survive lane into any of those. And you might be like, oh, I just drafted the only lane he's decent in is Malphite lane, so that's why he's B, just like Mordekaiser. But anything else just demolishes him. Nobody plays Nico top. Olaf. Oh. Let's go. -5 damage XDD fixed, by the way. Akshan is not fucking A tier. Okay, MC Forest, then where would you place him? And then give me an argument, why would you place him in that tier, okay? If Akshan is not fucking A tier, then where is he? S for sex. Bro, Akshan having high win rate. Can someone explain to this guy why Akshan having a high win rate doesn't matter? Compared to a champion like, I don't know, Xayah, who's picked every game. Not only OTPs play him, or specialists, but also they only pick him into good matchups, pretty much. Yeah, bro, OP. Nemesis said Akshan needs a nerf. Who gives a fuck about Nemesis' opinion, bro? Or... oh... wholesome. I am so fucking surprised people don't pick this champ more. It's such a gross champion. And he has good lane into most of those. Such a broken lane because he can buy items. It's like Scion, he ignores laning phase principles. He just like goes into a bush, buys Bramble Vest, and just sits between the wave and you. And then just zones you. Funny champ. And then late game, XDD. If you get to late game and you have an Ornn, he gives 5k gold of value for no reason to everyone. It's a funny champ. Okay, where were we? Pantheon is a stat checker XDD. Stat checker who got overbuffed, there's not much to say. And he can roam mid and bot, which is OP. Poppy is like fucking a joke. Top lane at least. Queen is also a joke. Qiyana actually, Qiyana is good. Qiyana is like Z-tier mid laner, so he's I would put her S, but all Z-tiers shit on her. But how does Qiyana lane? She just picks up Bush Q 24/7 and just spams it off cooldown. And there's nothing most melees or even ranged champions can... Like, melees can't do anything into Qiyana spamming Bush Q, and ranged champions, she just straight up one-shots level 6 with 0 counterplay. I don't know, this champion is actually really good. What's her win rate? Lol. I mean, it's OTP win rate, but it's still high.
Balls.
It's a tank, it can't be bad. Renekton... I mean... Guys, nobody plays Wukong top, nobody plays Maokai either, stop. Those are junglers. Dollar, thank you. Bro, I promise you, Prowler Bork Renekton, even LS says it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Prowler Bork Renekton, he's really good. I swear he's good. Because his ult gives so much HP, recapping your prime. Banger. His ult gives so much HP that you can just go Bork Prowler and then just like, yeah, XDD. It's funny. It's really good. Okay, let's explain it more, okay? Because people will question this. His lane is Renekton. His lane is OP. You guys know that. He can dive, he can strong side, he can weak side. So, that we know, right? But then, like most people are like, oh, Renekton falls off late game. Late game Renekton can afford to just go Prowler with Bork. He presses ult, gets rage, Prowlers on top of our target, and then just insta-kills them. And in the worst case scenario, it's a 1-for-1. Renekton loses his life, but most of the time a priority target also fucking dies. So, a champion that is literally, you cannot lose lane on this champion because he has everything. A champion that most of the time will be ahead of the enemy is also allowed to just skip the counterplay, of which just kite him XD emotes. It's just like, it leads into really degenerate gameplay. And you would have to experience it to know what I mean. Unless you're Xayah, then you just Xayah ult and then you're fine. Rengar top is A tier. It's like really fucking insane lane bully and decent scaling.
What about Vlad top?
We will get to it. Just the problem with Rengar is that you don't scale much if you go top, and you end up with a Rengar top. It's a really you need to be a specialist, and only specialists will play Rengar top. But if you are a specialist, he's good. But it's not a champion you just like randomly play. Like people who play Rengar top have been playing Rengar top for the past fucking 10 years. So Riven is really good. I'll play her myself. Just she has bad matchups, and those bad matchups will make you hate life. And even a good Riven can't make those bad matchups. Like, what can a good Riven do into Renekton, Malphite, Olaf, Kennen, Gragas? Nothing. Fucking put a Platinum Gragas versus build US and the Gragas will be fine. Sabira top. Dead champion XDD. Not only top matchups suck. First of all, they won't blind action. So, there is not a single good matchup. And mid and bot meta sucks for her. Not playable anymore. Don't bother. Just play Nilah if you wanna play something like that. It's better. Sejuani is a tank with CC. It cannot be lower than A. Not much more to say. Setu... Oh wait, we skipped. Rumble. People are spamming the set emote. Rumble. He has good lane. He can poke. He also can he can play into ranged and melee champions and tanks. He's really safe. He has many builds. He can go Comet for poke, or he can go First Strike to farm you. He has insane scaling. You cannot itemize the Morde against him because he just shreds it. If you need a solo, it's best solo AP top laner. It's best solo AP top laner. If you have 4 AD champions, this is better than Kennen. But Kennen has it's just better overall. But I promise you, Rumble is really OP. It's OP champion for sure. He can be played 3 roles as well. People just need to catch up to this. Proxy, thank you. People just need to catch up on the Rumble train. And then we are all doomed. But he's really good. And he can play into Malphite, he can play into Olaf. Fuck it, probably... I mean, he can play into Malphite, can play into Gragas. Fuck it, probably into Olaf as well. And Kennen. So it is a good champion. Kiedy stream z Drakulą? Kiedy przestanę ruchać twoją kurwa matkę w grze? Śmieciu jebany. Zamknij pizdę. Sorry, Marcel. Set. Garbage champ. No scaling doesn't offer anything, don't play him. But you can you can fantasize about him flash ulting your pussy though. Biceps diff. Shen is a tank with a global ult, but the thing with Shen is like, he used to be really OP, but now, if you leave lane against any of those 4 champions, or even S tiers or A tiers, they kinda just get played, waves and outscale you, and then late game, you're just like, don't offer much, besides some peel, but you don't offer much besides it. So it's like really weird. But he's still decent if you wanna play him. Singed, I mean, tanky CC, I mean, are you noticing a pattern? Tanky CC, just the problem his lane is really bad, but he just proxy XD or int, and it's fine. Champion functions same at level 6 as at level 18, so... Sion is gross, the fact that this champion is escaping nerfs for like 3 patches already is boring. Okay, let's talk about it before you guys call me out. He is a lane bully nowadays. He has really safe laning because of the shield. He has an armor shred. He has poke. He has disgusting wave clear. He has engage. He has insane CC. Poke. Have I mentioned that if somehow he gets a brain damage moment and you kill him, he just kills the entire wave in passive form, and then the death timer is non-existent, and then he just runs back lane with home guards. And even if you manage to shove the wave, he has teleport. Even if he doesn't have teleport, he can just ult back. You cannot extend a lead or be even with this champion. He's always ahead. Bro, don't even mention the fact that if you leave a tower with him for like 5 seconds, it's over. It's just over. Champion is gross. It needs to be fucking gutted. Like, not nerfed, gutted. It promotes such degenerate gameplay. Sylas is Malphite counter pick. Swain is a joke. I won't rate those I won't talk much about those like YouTube normies because there's not much to say. Malphite counter pick. You're trolling if you pick this. Wukong top. Okay, fine. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I will rate Wukong top. Timur is decent. As always. Just really bad into those champions. But you're not gonna be blinding him. But he's really good into like the S tiers and A tiers. Like if you ever struggle into Jax, just go Q max Timo. Tristana. Problem with Tristana is that she auto pushes the wave. So if you fuck up once, or a jungle ganks you, you're forced to be overextended for the rest of the game, and then all of those champions run you down, pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty bad. It used to be way better, and they nerfed Navori, but it's still decent. Shyvana top is C tier, it's just like Sion counter pick, but even she doesn't even counter Sion nowadays. Kench top is troll. Nobody plays this besides the pedo Kench guy. And no, I'm not saying no Arm Watley. There is a guy really named the pedo Kench. And that's the only Kench I see. That's really his name. I'm not joking. But he's a tank. Yeah, a really shitty one. A really shitty one. I mean, I guess you can... I guess you're free Zonia for your Xayah, so you're a C tier. Urgot is a troll champ, lol. Fucking joke. Just make him melee already, Riot. Nilah is melee, so he should be melee as well. Vayne still has same problem, actually B tier. She still has the same problems as old Vayne top. She has no wave clear and really low range and expensive items. So yeah, bad wave clear, expensive items, and single target only. If you pick her into like Kaysante or like... What champions would she win here? No. She can play decently into Olaf. Actually, she's pretty good into Olaf. I'm bumping her to A just because she can shit on Olaf. She's only good because she can shit on Olaf. That's the only reason. Sion wins. Sion just goes Comet with Q max and boom. And plays around the bushes. Or if you're fucking boss, you just go full AD, so yeah. Nobody plays Jake for top. C tier just for you, just for this one chatter for annoying me. Viego top, not bad. I just don't play him now because I'm in a challenge. Actually, he's A tier. You can just spam Q if you're in a bad lane, and in an Aline lane, you just go Bork and fist them with Ignite. He's good. Varvol, good. Kind of... I mean, he has a lot of CC, and a really strong lane. It's like a weak side champion. And if you can pick a champion and just fuck off and do nothing on top lane and then CC later, so your jungler can play around the Xayah or Jinx, it's good. And it's really hard to punish him. What's Viego good into? He's decent into Gragas, he's decent into Kennen, decent into Sion, good into Cho'Gath, good into Darius. He can play into Pantheon, he can play into Riven. Trundle top. Bro, this champ is a joke. Offers nothing. He loses most lanes as well. And his items suck dick. Vlad? I mean, Kennen counter pick pretty much. It's a Kennen counter pick. And he's good into Jayce. Yeah, he's decent. Top lane is pretty long. I don't know, I haven't seen much, but I think he's like A tier. I don't know what to say. Volibear is trolling. I mean, you guys know that. The voices. Jet stream some. Still garbage. After buff, still garbage. If Voices doesn't solo kill you level 2, he's so bad. I'll only bump him to B because if you're picking Yasuo, you have like Gragas or Diana jungle, but mostly Gragas. So you only pick Yasuo if you have a good Yasuo matchup, like Akshan for some reason he's blinded, and then you have Gragas jungle, and then you can play him. Okay. Yone. I mean, it's like shittier Yasuo. I would say B tier, because he can function into like... He's okay into Gragas, he's okay into Olaf. I don't know how he does into Kennen though. He's good into Sion. I mean, he's okay, but he requires a lot of items, and Yone is mostly like countered by enemy team comp and the jungle role. So it's like... Voices is way better than him. I don't wanna put him in the same tier. Yone is a bad champ. Nah, fuck, Yone is bad. Fuck this champ. Xayah top. S tier, just because Xayah is such a gross champion. Riot, nerf this garbage champ. I promise you she's S tier top, because she's just so gross, she can function top as well. Fucking make Navori not work at 40% crit. I'm begging you. Fuck it, make Navori a melee only champion. This champ is such a fucking joke. I'm so tired of it. Yorick is like, you just go lethality and you fucking yeet pitbulls at an enemy. Whenever you have 4 of them, and then you just sit on side lane and you make pressure for your actual important roles that aren't top lane, so... It's decent, but if you play Yorick, you're like an OTP pretty much, so... Like, I don't like time-to-time Yorick players. Zac is a tank with CC, not much to say, A tier. Zex! She kinda fell off after nerfs, I would say B tier, she has a lot of bad matchups now. And she doesn't offer as much. But she's still playable. But the problem with Zeri is not Zeri herself, it's just the champions. Malphite destroys her, Gragas destroys her, Olaf is playable, Kennen destroys her, Rumble destroys her, Sion destroys her, all A tier champions destroy her. Yeah. Okay. Nilah! Nilah top. Lillia Mount. Oh, Trinda, I missed Trinda? Where? Oh. Shit, lol. They nerfed Navori for some reason. Like, Tryndamere is perfect example of top laners suffering the sins of ADC role. Trynda was the only Navori user before the mini rework, and now ADC champions got this item nerfed, and now Trynda is such a joke of a champion. He's so fucking bad. I'm begging you, just make it melee only. All he does is just sustain, and then maybe level 6, some champions he can dive. But look at Z tier champions. They all destroy him. Same for S and even A tiers. So, I mean, I guess good fuck Trinda, lol, true. But it's just such a funny story that he's suffering the sins of ADC role. Okay, you guys keep spamming Y3 B tier. It's a tank with CC. It can't be bad. Nico. Okay, fine, I'll rate Nico as well. There you go. I haven't seen Nico in fucking years. Nilah. Bro, I'm gonna get so much shit for it. She's A tier. Nilah with lethality or ER builds is pretty strong. Just the problem with Nilah not even being better is that all Z tiers are bad matchups for her. But Nilah is really good. And she's good into the current meta. If you go like Eclipse into like Collector into LDR, you deal actual insane damage. But it's just problem of surviving the lane. Nilah is Z, like S tier ADC. Just play her ADC. But like I can like talk like Nilah ADC is actually hidden OP, but just because her literally the worst two matchups in the game are meta right now, she won't be played because Xayah and Jinx fuck her. But the second they are not meta, Nilah takes over because she's actually OP. Okay, so that's this for the tier list. I mean, I think this is accurate. Karma and Udyr. Okay, fine. Karma can't survive lane and gets outscaled nowadays. Udyr... Bro, I can't rank Udyr. I have never faced Udyr top. And there's no way you would rather have an Udyr than any of the Z or S tier champs. I can't even find him. Am I blind? C tier. I'm not ranking more, I don't care, chat. Okay, that does it for the tier list. I mean, you guys can admire it.